Today we are celebrating a birthday, a big birthday. Our state's only national park is now 50 years old. And if you've never been to Voyageurs National Park, it's way up north by the border with Canada. Much like the Boundary Waters, the park is known for its clean water, clear skies, and wildlife. 50 years is a long time and certainly a milestone, so we want to mark the occasion with someone who knows and loves the park.
Christina Hausman Rhodes is the executive director of Voyageurs Conservancy, which is the official nonprofit partner of the park. And we're so glad to have you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so Voyageurs is a true Minnesota treasure. Talk about what you think makes it so special.
Yeah, so Voyageurs National Park it takes everything that's special about Minnesota and puts it in a national park. A lot of people think you have to leave our state to get to a national park, and we have one right here. So the vast waterways, the call of the loon, the towering pines, the starry skies, it takes all of that and packages in a national park and preserves it for the next 50 years.
I imagine hiking is one thing people will do, but what are some other unique ways to enjoy Voyageurs?
Yeah, so a couple of my favorite things to do in the park. One thing I love to do, if your back can't take camping anymore, you can stay at a lodge on the edge of the park and work with a local guide to take you to all the best fishing spots, local sites. We're also one of the few national parks that offers both snowmobiling and houseboating. And lastly, my absolute favorite is camping under the stars. We have some of the darkest skies, the starriest skies, and our campsites are designed so you can't see another campsite from where you're camping. So you're really secluded and really have that wild experience.
You also have a lot of boating opportunities, if I recall correctly, up there.
Yes. So we have sea kayaking, houseboating. We also have park ranger tours. If you don't have your own boat and you want to come up, you can get out on the water with a ranger as well.
I remember you saying that. Now we have to ask you, because there's been so much chatter from the policies coming out of the new administration about it impacting state parks, national parks. Are you seeing that in Minnesota?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of fluidity with the changes going on with the National Park Service right now, but we have seen cuts to our staff, hiring freezes, and there are more cuts being proposed. So I think one really important thing to talk about is when we talk about celebrating 50 years of Voyageurs, we also have to think about protecting it for the next 50 years. And so that means staffing and funding these places. For every $1 you put into a national park, $15 goes back out into the local economy. So it just makes sense to invest in our national parks.
Wonderful. Well, 50 years, I mean, such a long time. What do you wish people knew more about Voyageurs, whether it be about its history or what could be coming in the future?
Yeah, so I think remembering that it's really visionary for a group of people to come together and say, let's protect this place. Let's set it aside for the greater good and make it a national park. That's really rare, and places like that are rarer and rarer. And Voyageurs has so many unique things, from it being an international dark sky park to a national park where you really have to get out on the water to experience it. So I just think it's so important to talk about the uniqueness of preserving these places and the ongoing work we have to do together to keep them protected.
Now, you're an official nonprofit for the park, and so how do you support Voyageurs?
Totally. So national parks across the U.S. often have a nonprofit partner like our group, so we can do everything from advocacy and fundraising to support our national parks. So we help with environmental education, getting kids out in the park, protecting our waterways from invasive species, funding science and wildlife research, and even adding land to the park. So a lot of philanthropy, volunteerism, and activism on behalf of the park.
So if people are planning a trip this summer or already into the fall, where can they learn more about Voyageurs and any 50th anniversary events?
Yeah, so we have awesome events and programs planned throughout 2025. Voyageurs.org/50th is going to be your one-stop shop for activities up at the park, as well as events going on in the Twin Cities.
Great. Well, 50 down and hopefully, 50 ahead 50 at least. All right.